Right, as discussed in a previous video, said I had some palms coming and they have arrived. I'll spare you the unboxing. We'll just get straight down to it. So we've got 7 palms here. We'll go for each one. I'll try and pronounce the proper names. There'll be a couple which I won't even attempt because they're ridiculous, but so we'll start with a nice easy one. So this little one here, these are obviously all little seedlings brought off eBay. So we've got our Trachycarpus tequil. Because I was putting an order in, I thought I'd get that as well. It's not something I'm particularly fussed about. I mean, my theory is if you struggle to tell the difference between a Fortuna and a tequil, what's the point? But that's, you know, I'm a bit of a collector of palms, so why not have the collection? So yeah, that is a 1.5 leaf tequil, so we'll see how that does. Next in line, you see this one's got a bit of a reddy burgundy tinge to the leaf. So again, this is like just a 2 leaf. It's actually starting to push a 3rd. So this one is a Loxococcus rupicola, Crook fruit palm. I believe there's a common name for that one. So that's something a bit different. They're apparently quite rare. We've got a 3rd, just one little strap leaf. You can see the stick is pretty close to the name, so Copenhagen Alba. So not a palm I know a lot about. I think it's a fan palm, but it's got a little bit of hardiness to it. I'm not saying we can grow it outside in the UK, but it might be one for a pot and then just whacking in the greenhouse or something over winter. So this one is, you can see, quite a pale green, almost yellow or golden. So this is a Edenidia Morellii golden. Melinda Palm, easy for me to say, Melinda Palm, also known as a Raffia Astralis, I believe. So that Raffia Astralis and Edenidia Morellii, as far as I can work out, are the same thing. I don't know if they've been classified in different ways, but as far as I know, they're the same palm. So yeah, it's just I've already got a fairly big specimen, also common name Christmas palm. I've got a standard sort of green, fairly big specimen, which is outside in the garden at the moment. Not looking too great, but you know, it's a nice tropical looking palm. It's not too bad to overwinter, so I thought I'd go for the golden form as well, give that a go. Right, so we're going up a notch now in size. So this one's quite nice, started to go pinnate. So this is a Raffia Astralis. I believe it comes from Africa. It's like an oil palm, part of the oil palm family. I think a lot of people get confused when they see Australis behind something. It doesn't mean it comes from Australia, it just means southern hemisphere. So this is the one I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. Let's see if that's going to focus on that. So this is the one that you'll see in the botanical gardens and whatnot. Let's just call it Ultifrons. So I think you can attempt that first part. But yeah, these ones are really nice, sort of solid palm fan leaves. I suppose a little bit like a Licorala, but slightly different shape, so it's just a solid fan. It doesn't sort of separate. And last but not least, quite a decent sized palm. These have just come in the post, so I don't know if they're not looking, probably they're 100%. But yeah, good size palms, a good 2 foot. So quite surprisingly, a tiny pot. This is a Quanta Phoenix Cunninghamiana. Lower, so it's a variation. Let me zoom in on that. So I have got some of these which I just a standard. These are sort of like king palms, coming to the king palm family. So it's a variation of. I have got some standards, but yeah, so definitely looks a little bit different to the ones I'm grown. I think it has a bit more fuzz and colour to the trunk, so that'll be an interesting one. So yeah, I mean, just a reminder, if you buying palms, I won't say specifically of this seller or plants in general, I always look, you know, what else the seller's buying, because sometimes you can end up effectively getting a couple of free palms by combining the postage. So I'd always ask for a combined postage, because individually these have been 35 quid for delivery, but combined that's only 15 quid. So that's a 20 quid savings, so that's an extra couple of palms. So that'd be why maybe I got the Copenhagen Alba and Tracky Cups to Keel or something like that, because they're sort of covered in what you would have paid on the postage. So it's definitely worth combining postage on that. And lastly, I will just say, when I get palms or plants in general in the post, obviously they've gone through a sort of stressful couple of days, getting battered in boxes and thrown about probably. In fairness, these look pretty good, so they have been stressed. So there's two theories of thought. The first one is leave as is for a month or so to let them settle into the new environment and then repot them. But for me, I go with the second trail of thought, or the way I think about it is, they're already stressed, get them potted up in bigger pots while they're stressed, so you're just dealing with one sort of stress situation rather than letting them sort of recover slightly and stressing them out again by repotting them. So you put them through two rounds of stress, if you like, rather than getting it all done at once, and that way they can you know, settle in to their new environment for a couple of weeks before they start wanting to put their roots in. And yeah, they're already potted up and ready to get going straight away. So I've never had a problem with potting them up straight away. So I mean, again, that's personal preference, but that's just the way I look at it. So that is the new palm trees for the collection, and of course we'll do random updates, not too often because obviously they're slow growing at this stage, but we will keep you updated, maybe at least quarterly, I'd say. We'll definitely have a look at them at the end of summer, see what growth they've put on, and also how we're going to overwinter them. Right, let's leave it at that. Thanks for watching.